Good evening, YouTubers, and welcome to a movie review today. This is a film I've just got like a few hours I've finished. And this is a review of Alien Covenant that I've watched at the cinema, not on Blu-ray, cinema because it's not out yet. So, wow, what a movie! I've got to remember the story now because I finished a few hours ago, so sometimes I tend to forget certain parts of the movie. But what happens? The film starts off on a ship called the Covenant, and it hits a wave. There's like a hits this wave, right? It damages that. It does something to the ship, right? So they've got to find another planet to set the colony because it's like 2,000. Over 2,000 people. Was it 2,000, 200,000 people? About 2,000 people on the ship. So they found a planet nearby, nearish by, and it's the same planet that they had the Prometheus and the other Alien films. So yeah, I'm not. It's hard to explain. Sometimes I can explain a story. Sometimes I can't. But anyway, they find this planet right from the Prometheus film with the ship on it, the Thean ship, and they land on it. And of course, they find the ship. And first of all, they're like looking around. They find like wheat on this planet. Like someone's been growing wheat and stuff like that. And as you see in the trailer, it shows you in the trailer. And next minute, you see this guy goes to the loo right to use the toilet. Next minute, he steps on these eggs, these smaller eggs, and next minute, his finger's in his ear. And then later on, same thing happens to this guy. This guy like looks like this small thing, and it goes his fingers in his mouth. His egg, it looks like his egg or something. He touches his finger, it goes in his mouth and stuff. And it's like, what the hell? Of course, that's their death wish. Because then later on, not that long ago, not that long, he starts convulsing. The guy with the both of them. One of them starts convulsing like because he's getting pains in his neck, so he can't breathe. So she takes him on the ship, and then in the trailer, you see what happens in the trailer. The alien thing comes out his spine at the back of his head. It's like that scene was absolutely nasty, really nasty scene. I was like, Jesus Christ, and the alien is just freaky looking. It's like, wow. And then the same thing happens to this other guy. It goes through his throat, it goes through his mouth, and it's like, whoa. And next minute, all his aliens start popping out. He's like attacking him, he's weird looking. I know they're like smaller version. They're like the xenomorph, that new type of xenomorph. I don't think they're properly developed. I don't think they are. Horrible looking things. They look like aliens, proper. Yeah, so there's certain parts I like. There's a lot of scenes I did like. It was a really good film. Really quite violent too. I was a bit shocked how violent it was. 4:15, I was a bit wow. It's a lot more violent than it didn't seem. 15 to me doesn't seem violent, but it is. It's a very violent film. So yeah, really good film. So yeah. There's one part where this woman goes into she goes into this room, mate. It's all kind of white, and she's doing something. I can't remember what she was doing. It looks like a bathroom. I don't know. It's like the next minute, you see this alien kind of walking along, and then goes into this little hole like thing, and someone gets in. Next minute, she looks behind her. She's like looking. She's like. Next minute, she's in like this. She's like looking around. She thinks something's behind her, and she turns around like that. And next minute, all you see is this freaking alien. Like it's like it's not a typical alien. It looks different, and it's just standing behind her, just standing there, just looking at her. Next minute, ugh. And then it chunks his jaws around her. It's freaking. And then there's a character called Dave, right? I won't say too much who that character is, but he kind of like stands there and watches while she's getting eaten. And it's pretty disturbing actually. It's like the next minute it sees him and he starts walking towards him on its hind legs. Not like it just actually walks. And he's just staring at him. It's like it's like almost it doesn't attack him, and then something else happens. I think, how the hell can you want to communicate with that? But then you find out later on who he is, and he has there's reasons what he does in the movie, why he does things. I won't say too much. I don't want to spoil it, but boy, it's like a bit of a twist at the end of who he is and what it's like a twist because. So some great scenes as well. The film is very bloody. Jesus Christ, very bloody. It made me jump. It's like, oh my god, boy. There's some guy at the cinema went, oh, he didn't find it that scary, but I liked it. It was really good. So yeah, good film. Like I said, I'm going to give this rating out of 10, but not yet though. I'm going to explain a bit more. Say a bit more on the storyline. Yeah, because I think this alien it's got no eyes on it. It's like it's got his jaws and it's free and it's weird looking. I think it's the same alien from Prometheus at the end when it just pops out that other alien. I think it's like that. But Dave is from the other film. He's like an android, and of course there's two androids that look the same. There's a funny scene in it where he's playing this flute, and he says something funny. I won't say what he says, but you've got to watch the film. It made me laugh. It's a funny scene. I thought, oh, that's just appropriate. That word is appropriate. So yeah, creepy film. Really great action scenes. The film kind of reminds me of Alien and Aliens together. It's like a bit of them. So maybe a bit of Aliens 3 too. Thrown in a little bit, but it's more like Alien. It's kind of throwback to those Alien films. Yeah, really good. And the aliens are definitely scary. I like the part. There's one part where David's showing this guy this egg right. He's like, what he's created. He's actually created the egg. I was like, Jesus Christ! And he goes, it's safe. And he goes, the way he says it, I think, don't even stick your head near that. Don't. And then, see the trailer, he sticks his head right near it, and it's pretty screwed up the scene because it really is. So, yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty scary character. It's dangerous anyway. Yeah, so balls. Visual effects are fantastic. I'm like, wow, the spaceship scenes, the way the ship, like, there's one part where the alien gets onto the ship and they've got to somehow get rid of it, so that she goes out and she's not trying to shoot the thing. Because that's the xenomorph, it's like the alien. It's like it looks kind of the old classic alien, but it's a bit more. It's a lot dangerous, quicker. So yeah, looks fantastic though. It's not where you see his like saliva coming out. Its mouth is just. It's like, and it looks pissed. It looks really dangerous too. Great, like I said, great special effects, great action scenes, good storytelling. I thought, and great suspense like the original ones. So yeah. The ending part's pretty good too, because it definitely opens up for a sequel. I don't want to see a prequel, because I mean that's maybe a short prequel, maybe a shorter one. But what's the point of doing a prequel? You just done a prequel, you're doing a prequel to a prequel. I want to see what happens after this film, because it opens for a new sequel. Sequel. So yeah, really good film. What other characters? The film does explain a bit about that Elizabeth Shaw, what happened to her, and. She does kind of pop up in this film, but it's not the way you think. So yeah, great special effects, great action scenes, really good performances from the characters. So yeah, trying to think what rating to give this film. So my verdict on this film out of 10, I'd probably give it a. I gave this film a 9 out of 10 because I thought that it was definitely a good throwback to the original Alien films, first one and second one. The first one with suspense and horror, and the second one is action and suspense, and horror. So not as scary as the first one, I don't think, but still pretty scary, I'd say. Very much violent to that, I find it. Jesus, some of the scenes were just disturbing. Jesus Christ. There's one part where. I'm not sure if he did it, but I don't think he did it. I think it was just is what he wanted to do. It's like he's flying over this ship. He's flying the ship over these people, right? They're called the what do you call them? Engineers, right? Next minute he shoots all this black stuff over him, and so it starts coming out of him. It's like, what the hell? This guy's a complete lunar. Jesus Christ, creepy as hell. The film's got some creepy moments in it. It's quite disturbing actually. Some of the scenes were. I was like, geez, that was violent. So yeah, it's kind of, like I said, it's definitely a throwback to the original Aliens. It's good. Really looking forward to the next one. Hopefully they'll open do that one. So hopefully we'll see some other certain bitch in the movie. So yeah. So great film, guys. Watching the film. Like I said, 9 out of 10. Really well acted. Really well made action movie. There is a part that I didn't like. They got like tablets, and I thought, why you got tablets in it? It's like, well, we didn't have tablets in the last. I don't know. It's crazy. That's the only problem I have with this film is the fact it's some futuristic stuff in it. They should have just kept it like the 70s stuff or the 80s stuff, you know. Not too futuristic, you know. You know, but they kind of went a bit too technology in this film. But apart from that, that's the only good gripe with this film. I shouldn't really complain about that, but I know it's 2017 now, but still, they should have just kept it, you know. You know, I suppose in a way it is in a way because it's futuristic and we get that stuff now, tablets and stuff. But I would have preferred if they just kept it like the first and second one. You know, it's kind of like 70s film, but still, you know, futuristic. So yeah, that's Star Wars. You know, so yeah. Anyway, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and such. So like I say, it's a great film. Check it out. Some people will probably be disappointed, but I loved it. It's fantastic. So enjoy the video, guys. And what do you think of? You know, comments in the below. What do you think of Alien Covenant? And don't know why I'm doing that for. I'm just I don't know. Yeah, it's a great film. I really enjoyed it. I thought it had so much suspense in it. Really scary shit. Had some scary moments. You think, oh my god, get the hell out of there, you know. So yeah, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, like in a minute. Enjoy the video, guys, and review. And I hope you have a nice day. Bye. Good evening.